Jigsaw Academy presents the all-new Internet of Things course path. Jigsaw Academy is a global award-winning online analytics and big data training provider. We are a group of data scientists and educators who are on a mission to train the next generation of analytics practitioners. Companies, big and small, are placing their bets on the Internet of Things, or IoT as it's commonly called. IoT is one of the hottest domains in the market right now. Jigsaw Academy's IoT course map consists of the following: IoT for beginners, IoT from the ground up using Arduino, powering the IoT using Raspberry Pi, IoT and cloud, analytics of things. You can also sample these courses for free. Here's a teaser.
Imagine the world of the future. A network designed to make your home and office smarter. Actually, scratch that. You don't need to imagine anything anymore because we're already living in that world. Smart cars, smart homes, and smart cities are changing the world as we speak, and they're all speaking to one another. Just as anyone can be connected to anyone else on Facebook, lots of little things are connected to other things through the internet. And that's essentially the Internet of Things, which is why learning how the Internet of Things works and how you can make it work for you are the best skills to learn today.
Let's first take a look at the hardware we're going to be using today. This is the Arduino Nano development board. This is the smallest of the standard Arduinos. It comes with a microcontroller, this black thing that you see in the middle. This is the Atmega 328P from the Atmel company. It's a fairly simple microcontroller, but it's almost fully self-contained. It has built-in flash, SRAM, a bunch of peripherals, and it can control a bunch of digital and analog pins. There is very little else on the board other than the USB connector. On the back side of the board, you can see the CH340G. This is the chip that converts the USB signals into UART, signals that the microcontroller can understand. And then there is also a regulator. Let's look at the pinout diagram to get a better look. As I said earlier, there are 32 pins. Most of the pins have more than one function associated with them, which is why this diagram looks as complicated as it does. We are mainly interested in digital pins for this video. Those are the pins numbered with a purple box. As you can see, there are a total of 20 digital pins numbered 0 through 19. The pins numbered A0 through A7, the 8 pins, are capable of interfacing with analog signals as well. We won't worry about them for now. In this video, we'll be focusing mainly on digital functions or digital output functions more specifically.
Let us start by adding components to our circuit. Click on the Components button on the top right corner, and you will be presented with a selection of components at the bottom. We see a resistor, LED, and various other options at the bottom. Let us click on a resistor and drag it onto our breadboard to place it somewhere. Let's place it here for now. We also want one LED. Let us place one LED as well. Next we need is a push button switch. Let us take one of the push button switch and drag it to our board. And last but not the least, we also need one Arduino board. So let us search for Arduino board. Let me pull Arduino Micro and place it on the left side of the breadboard. There you go. Okay. We are done with adding components. Let us see how we can use them to create a circuit. Placing the Arduino Nano board on the breadboard. Then I'll place the LDR and I'll place the 10 kilo ohm resistor in series with the LDR. Now I'll take a red wire and connect one pin of LDR with the VCC 5 volt. Now I'll take the black wire and connect the other end of the 10 kilo ohm resistor with the ground pin. I will take another wire and connect the junction between the LDR and the resistor to the pin A1 of Arduino Nano. That completes our circuit.
Who are the kind of guys that we are looking at?
I'm looking for people who are passionate.
The right talent.
To be multidisciplinary.
Fundamentals.
People have to be enthusiastic and crazy.
Sometimes the closing the entire loop for getting a device to be tested with software, hardware, firmware takes a longer time. So you need to have the patience.
Who are just fundamentally on technical skills and basic understandings very, very smart. Right? I think the kind of tech talent, frankly, that we earlier had possibly was not just geared up for this kind of a vision. So that we had to kind of morph ourselves. And with this vision, the kind of tech people that you need on board and the kind of execution skills that they need to have are just of a different league, right? Because it's not just machines or dispensers throwing data and you're calling it IoT. There's tons of data.
So analytical skills, very, very heavy. Debugging skills, very critical for us. And determination.
So we look at great product designers, and that's very different from great mechanical engineers or electronic engineers or software engineers. So I think that's, you don't really need to know all of that, but I think the curiosity to dwell in and problem solve in each of these areas, that's critical.
A software engineer alone or electronic or a mechanical engineer alone cannot do as much with IoT as an aggregation of these technologies can deliver. So they need to be open to new technologies. They need to be aware, open to learning and updating, because IoT is very fast. It's evolving at an exponential rate.
We need more people, more smart, creative people to make sense of the huge amount of data that is being created from these millions of devices. App developers, plus the whole machine learning, AI, big data aspect to it is just massive.
Don't just go in creating a resume which says that you know 6, 5, 7 languages, because the best of the companies, even a smaller company of our size, is not going to go for those people. It's very clear, right? We want somebody who's sharp enough, bright enough to know that these numbers make sense and what these guys are talking about is absolutely the right thing, and it gives me a perspective to handle and dabble and learn hopefully on IoT and machine learning, which are the new things as far as the evolving technology landscape is concerned, and at the same time do it in a very real way.
And these are the kind of people I look out for. And for me, experience doesn't matter. You could be a student of college, you could be a student in college. If you can be that person to concentrate on something which is new, exciting and master it, you got it made already, and you don't have to be the expert.
To know more, get in touch with us by email on info@jigsawacademy.com or by visiting the site at www.jigsawacademy.com/IoT.